It's me and Connor.
What?
Connor and me. We love talking Yankees, so grab a seat. New York at heart, we rep BX. Chat about the team with no BS. It's Captain's Convos. 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 Captain's Convos.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Captain's Corner. I am Ryan here with
Max Fried, and today I was just drafted by the New York Yankees. We got a great episode today.
Mhm.
I mean, we got maybe the biggest episode we've ever done.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited as well. Today we have a special guest, Mr. Name That Yank. We're going to bring him in just a second, and he's going to explain a trivia game. It's going to be a head-to-head matchup, me versus Connor, mano y mano. And like this might not feel important to the audience, but just know that whoever wins this is going to let the other hear it for probably the next week. So
Whoever loses is being kicked off the pod.
Okay, well, not that far, but anyways, welcome, Mr. Name That Yank.
Welcome.
What's up, guys? How we doing today?
Good. How are you?
Connor, I'm loving the fit. You're definitely winning the good looks competition today. Looking like a young Garrett Cole, freshly shaved for the draft. Just contract signed.
Yes, sir. As I do every day, I win that.
I can't even say anything because he does look really good.
And Cap, you're glowing, bro. I don't know. You're glowing. Yeah, appreciate you guys having me on. Today, I'm bringing a game to you guys every day. What I do, just a little shameless plug. I'm Mr. Name That Yank, at Name That Yank on Twitter and Instagram. I basically post trivia questions about non-active Yankee players. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of that. I've got 5 players. You guys are going to rock, paper, scissors it off for who gets the first crack at it. And we'll take it from there.
Sounds beautiful.
Exciting. Let's do it.
All right, Connor, you ready to see who gets to go first?
Yeah, so round 1, rock, paper, scissors, let's go.
Says?
Are we doing says? I always do says.
Me too.
Set, right? Rock, paper, scissors, set, and then shoot.
Is it set?
It's set, yeah.
I'll say set then. I always say says.
It's like get ready, set, go. You know, like
Oh, wow.
set,
I've
shoot.
been doing that wrong my whole life.
It's
That
okay,
feels like that's crazy.
we learn something new every day, you know.
We learned something new. All right, set.
All right.
You ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, set, shoot.
We
All
go
right.
scissors. All right.
Paper,
Paper, scissors, set.
Again, here let me do the speaking. All right, ready? Rock,
Okay.
rock, paper, scissors, set, shoot. Another rock.
Stop copying me.
One more. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, set, shoot. Again.
Bro, come on,
Dude,
bro.
chill out, dude.
Rock,
Okay, we got.
scissors, set, shoot.
Yes.
Ryan,
Okay.
let's go. Cap wins this round. Ready?
Yup.
All right, so this Yankee is a leader in postseason innings pitched, wins, losses, and games played. He has 40 game starts in the playoffs, 251.1 innings pitched in the playoffs, 18 wins and 18 losses. Left-handed pitcher. Many argue that he should be in the Hall of Fame, but a steroid controversy has kept him out.
This is so easy, dude.
Over 3,000 innings pitched in his career, lifelong Yankee. Cap, can you name that Yank?
Mr. Name That Yank, I'm going to lock in my answer of Andy Pettit. Let's go, baby.
Very well done, bro. So we got, let me grab my pen here, 1-0 for Ryan.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
This is gonna come down to fucking rock, paper, scissors.
We got to figure out a buzz button one of these days.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he did say that they're going to get a little harder. So, I mean,
Yeah, that was just number
Okay.
one.
don't get
Okay,
too
there's a warm-up. I like that.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors, set, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, set, shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
He got you there. Connor, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Part of the 2009 Yankees, he hit 4 home runs in the World Series that led us to a championship. A known mythical creature, many believe he was robbed of his Rookie of the Year for not being a true rookie. Can you name that Yank, Connor?
That's got to be Hideki Matsui.
Hideki Matsui. We're tied 1-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out Godzilla, one of the
Well
greats.
done. Godzilla, the mythical creature.
Legend.
4 homers in that one series.
Amazing.
Ryan's favorite player, by the way.
Yes, he's my favorite.
Really?
God, I should have won that. All right. 1-1.
All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors, set, shoot. Connor with a second one. Oh, buddy. All right. Ready, Connor?
I'm ready.
Postseason legend. He's got over 20 postseason home runs. Shy of 300 career homers, this rock star was a switch hitter, 4-time Gold Glove winner, batting title winner, and was part of 4 World Series teams. Can you name that Yank? I could reread that to you if you like.
Hit me with it one more time.
All right. A postseason legend with over 20 postseason home runs. He was just shy of 300 career homers. A rock star switch hitter with 4 Gold Gloves, a batting title, and was part of 4 World Series championships. Can you name that Yank?
My mind goes straight to Bernie Williams. I think that's the rock star. I'm going to lock that in.
Locking in Bernie Williams is correct. Let's go.
Let's go. 2-1. Ryan.
2-1. All right, you ready? Rock, paper, scissors, set, shoot.
Damn it.
Ooh.
This could do it.
All right. This right-handed pitcher played whatever role that the Yankees needed, proving that if you mess with pitchers' roles too much, it could lead to catastrophe. A 2009 champion, his first ejection was when he threw 2 pitches over the head of Kevin Youkilis. Can you name that Yank?
We've talked to this Yank. We've interviewed this man. That is the legend, the flamethrower. 2009 World Series champion, Job Chamberlain.
That's him. Well done, Connor.
Listen,
You suck, Ryan.
He's got you beat. So I'm gonna have to throw one more to Cap, just to, just so he's not zilched out. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it. Just a little what's a consolation round. Thank you.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
A former Cincinnati Red and a 9-year Yankee with the batting title, known for his fierce kick and his appearances in the booth. This number is retired. His number is retired for the Yankees. Can you name that Yank?
Fierce kick.
This was the 5th one, so
You gotta get this.
I'll read it one more time to you. Ready? A former Cincinnati Red and a 9-year Yankee with a batting title, known for his fierce kick and his appearances in the Yankees Yes Network booth. His number is retired for the Yankees. Can you name that Yank?
He bobbled it. He kicked it in. He's a broadcaster.
Kicked it in. Broadcaster in the booth.
He kicked it in.
Cincinnati Red.
Wait, what do you mean he kicked it in?
I think you're focusing on the kick. Yo, Connor. We don't.
Yeah, wait, is he allowed to interfere like that? He's already throwing me off.
We don't shame on name that Yank, right? Hold on. Listen, Cap. Former Cincinnati Red, Yankees booth on the Yes Network. Legend, number retired. That's all you need to think about right there.
Yeah, my guess is Paul O'Neill.
Paul O'Neill. Well done.
All right.
So,
okay. We need to watch out for that because that was ridiculous. I was thinking, and this man jumps down my throat and starts going on. He's got me.
You should have had that instantly, dude.
I did have it, but then you come after me. And
so the kick, right? It was I don't remember who they were playing, but it was a.
Did he get
It was a hit to right field, and he bobbled it. The ball drops to the floor.
and then he picks it
and what he does is he picks it with his left foot into the infield. So, all right, here we go. It occurred July 5th, 1989, during a game between the Reds and the Phillies. Um, the Reds were trailing in the 10th with the winning run on third. O'Neill was playing right, bobbled the Lenny Dykstra single twice. First time was off his glove and bare hand, and then the second time was when he kicked it with his left foot toward the first baseman, Todd Benzinger. He caught it and held the runner at third because he was able to kick it in time. Yeah.
All right. Listen, Connor, congratulations.
Thank you.
Mr.
Congrats.
Name the Yank, thank you very much for preparing those for us.
Absolutely.
I think next time we get buzzers, maybe a little more difficult questions. This was a nice warm up.
A little warm up. Yeah.
I like that though.
No, that was awesome.
Tune in soon. There will be. I will have my own pod going, and I would like you guys to come on as contestants dressed like Connor is right now. Draft day gear. Cap, you look great. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, it's gonna be fun, and I'd like you guys to take part once I have everything up and running.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be great. If you're not subscribed already or following Mr. Name That Yank on Twitter, go follow him. Great page.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, and if you ever want to come back on, we don't even have to do like a trivia game. If you ever just want to hop on and talk ball, we loved when we would go live and you would throw us questions. That was always so much
Yeah.
fun. So definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was always a good time. I'll stick around for a little. Maybe we chat a little more today.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk a little ball. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, the next thing we were going to talk about was World Baseball Classic. Crazy last few days. So
absolutely.
What I have a question actually to ask both of you. I had an interaction on X or Twitter, and basically, and it came from it was Kike Hernandez, and he basically said like winning the World Baseball Classic would mean more to him than any of his 5 rings or whatever. And that's, I think that's fine personally to him, but I think that he said, I think the wording was like the World Baseball Classic is above the World Series, and I think that I have an issue with. I think that playing for your country can absolutely mean more to you, but I think that to say really in any regard it's above the World Series, I think it's a bit crazy. One is like, in my opinion, the format I feel like is still like, I feel like it could still be better. The popularity is getting there. I think that could be better. And then the talent disparity, I think that's the toughest thing to get through for me, because there's some teams that just really had zero chance of winning. So I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on that? And sorry to cut you off. And then Bryce Harper, I think he came out with a statement that said like he wants it in the Olympics because to him the World Baseball Classic doesn't feel like that Olympic feel. So sorry.
Well, so I think I get the concept like, oh, the World Baseball Classic can mean a lot to a player representing their country. Absolutely. I think that people should take pride in their country. We all take pride in Team USA beating dog water out of all these other teams. You know, like I think it's a great thing, right, to have pride in your country in the WBC. I think that for him to say that is, you know, entirely on him. If that's how he feels, like maybe he thinks that the World Series isn't as big of a spectacle as, you know, the final in the WBC. And we've seen it, you know, in exhibition games, the way that the fans show out in the WBC is probably on a higher level even than the World Series. You know, the fanfare, the way that
the Dominican Republic games in those exhibitions, they were insane. The energy,
absolutely, the energy is unmatched. You know, even to the World Series, and you really can't deny that. You know, the way that Yankee Stadium is bumping in a playoff game, playoff atmosphere, is every single WBC game. I feel like, you know, with good teams. So, I mean, I don't fault him for feeling that way. I think that's, you know, entirely up to him. But yeah, I would put them right next to each other. I would.
yeah, I totally agree. Like you said, like I totally get, if you're not from America or whatever, the WBC, it probably does mean a little more to you. It hits a little closer to home than the World Series. I do think with Kike, maybe it's a little easier to say that when you have like 5 rings or however many he has.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, to each player their own.
Well,
So,
if you guys don't mind, let me go around what happened today. All right,
yeah.
so we started off. Early game was Japan versus Australia, which was actually a nail biter. Japan ended up winning 4-3, which was un.
It's crazy.
Nobody expected that. Put Japan now at a 3-0, and Australia lost their first game, so now they're 2-1.
Hmm.
Colombia and Cuba was also a really good game. 7-4, Cuba beat Colombia, which puts Colombia at an 0-3 record, and Cuba is still undefeated with a 2-0 record.
Wow.
We had the Dominican Republic versus the Netherlands. I think Didi had a home run,
Off of Sevi.
Severino, which was
Is it
amazing.
2017?
Didi Gregorius. We were chatting. I was chatting with some friends, and they were saying like, we don't know why Didi doesn't have a contract with some team. Like the Atlanta Braves need a shortstop. Hashtag Joey Bag of Donuts was right. Yeah, man. I mean, Didi's still got it. He could still play. Maybe not as good defensively as he was back then, but ultimately, though, DR beat the Netherlands 12-1 with a walk-off mercy rule by Juan Soto. Is it Juan Soto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juan Soto. Yeah. Juan Soto. They were up 10-1 at the bottom of the seventh, which isn't enough for a mercy rule. And Juan Soto hits a 2-run shot, making it 12-1, making the mercy rule a thing right then and there. So seven innings, 12-1. Then we had Italy also had a great game versus Great Britain. Jazz got, I think, his second hit of the World Baseball Classic so far. He hasn't been doing too hot for New Britain. He went 2 for 4 with 2 runs today. So he had a good game today. But Italy, man, Italy's got something that nobody really. I don't know if it's the espresso. I don't know what's going on there.
They got the juice, man.
Those clips were so funny.
A lot of big names, man, from Pasquantino to Canzone to Mastroboni to Nori. Nori had a nice homer. He had a 2 homer game the other day. But
So.
yeah, man, it's been electric, and I look forward to watching even Panama and Canada. It's going to be a good game later today at 7:00.
Mm-hmm. It has been awesome. And then like the US games like yesterday, kind of like both games have had a tiny bit of a scare in regards to like the final scores end up being how they should, I think, but like there's points in the game where like you're like, the US is kind of like, this is a ball game. But it seems like late, like the US just finds that inning where they put up like 8 runs, and it's like, okay, that's probably what we were meant to do. But dude, it's so much fun to watch, and it's crazy like thinking how some of these guys, like their peak was like being a minor league pitcher for the Reds, and now you're going through Bryce Harper, Judge, Cal Raleigh, PCA, like Roman Anthony, Bobby Witt, Gunnar Henderson. Like it's crazy. It's just such a fun way to watch baseball because we're so used to the same MLB teams each year, maybe a couple changes here and there. But like to see just like stacked lineups against guys that are, I'm sure this is the time of their lives. Like that kid that got Judge to ground out that double play the first game, like he's 17 years old. He's going back to math class when this is all done.
Yeah.
And he gets to tell his boys, you get to tell his boys, like, did you see me get the best hitter in the world to ground out into a double play with bases loaded? But it's been a lot of fun watching it. It really has been.
It's a lot of fun. I feel like following certain players has been great. Like you're talking about Team Japan, Yoshida has been a fucking monster this WBC. He's been so much fun to watch. Otani's been doing his thing.
He's such
Yeah,
a
I don't. It's just been. I feel like this produces like the most fun highlights. Just certain home runs to like take the lead or whatever. Just thinking about them representing their country and like, yeah, it's been a lot of fun to watch, and they're just pool games. And they're
Yeah.
still like, so hyped, dude.
It's like the All-Star game on crack. Like
But
Yeah.
they want to do good.
it's like that kid Contreras, Joseph Contreras, is a Contreras. Like he's the son of Jose Contreras, and he's 17 years old, and you got him playing with Manny Ramirez's son. You know what I mean? Like the things that we see, these kids are getting opportunities. AAA, single A, double A, whatever they are getting opportunities because of their talent and their availability to their country, right? And we see players play against major league players like Aaron Judge, Bryce Harper. And what's crazy about the World Baseball Classic is I found myself rooting for Alex Bregman.
Roman
You know,
Yeah.
not only does it make teammates hate like opponents, it makes you as a fan, now I'm rooting for anyone on Team USA because and I don't care what I don't where they're from, what their history is, what team they play for, what they did against the Yankees in 2017 or whatever. Like they're putting on that Team USA uniform and I'm rooting for them because that's my team, and that's what I think is so electric about watching this.
It's awesome. Like I despise Cal Raleigh just because of the MVP race, and like now I get to root for him, and it feels so odd because I was such a hater last year. And then like Roman Anthony, Alex Bregman, I have never in my life rooted for Alex Bregman in any regard, and here I am. Like, yeah, he comes up to the plate, and I'm like, let's go, like crush it.
Go Breggy. We give
Yeah.
him.
Oh, okay. I was calling him Breggy, but no. That is honestly one of the coolest parts about it is rooting for guys that you would never actually root for, but now they're representing the country, so you are. It's sad.
Absolutely.
And I think someone mentioned it, but like, dude, some of these home run trots, I forget who hit the walk off, but like, and there's so many like old heads or just people that would say differently, but dude, when the one guy crushes a walk off home run, immediately his teammate goes up, like daps him up. Now he's like doing like a basketball. He does a step back, right? Like going toward first. Now he's rounding second, just like stands there, pumps his chest. The lights are going on and off. There's just roars.
That was Ozzy Albies,
dude, that is so spectacular. I wish like, obviously we have a 162 game MLB season. So if you get like a walk-off home run like during the season, but like in the playoffs, I'd love to see more of that. Like we get a cool bat flip and we're like drooling over it. But dude, these guys, like especially the guys from the DR, like they take in the moment, and I love it. So it's so much fun. It's awesome. Like the passion. I don't know. But
yeah, bring passion back.
Bring passion
Bring it back.
Yeah.
We went through a point where we were saying, "Oh, let the kids play," right? Like because, but it seems to be one of those things where baseball is still kind of run by that old school mentality where hit the ball, head down, run to first. And I feel like if we want younger viewership, we want more fun, more fans to watch this game, it can't be treated like golf. You know what I mean? Like we can't treat it like, we need more of that showboating, more of that, bring out they have the weight with the platanos around it, and they call it, platano power. It's fun, dude. And if these players are enjoying themselves, we watching will be enjoying ourselves. And it can't be all suit and tie like Connor here. You know what I mean? Where we're holding these players up to this old steadfast rule, and then expect get upset while young players aren't watching, young fans aren't watching. And bringing that to not even just the playoffs, the regular season. Players are getting upset. People are getting upset at players because of the way that they bat flip, or their cleats are too bright or too artsy. And it's like, come on, man! Like it's a sport. They're getting paid millions of dollars to play the sport. Let them enjoy the sport as they're playing, and let us enjoy watching them enjoy the game. That's what it needs to be. And if it's not that, it'll suffer for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
like
feel like we could take a note from the NFL in that aspect. Sorry to cut you
Tomorrow,
off. Or like a sack chain or whatever. Like more of that, dude.
yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Tomorrow, the first slate of games are kind of washed, other than the Korea Australia game. That's going to be fun. But that's a 6 a.m. game.
Mm.
DR versus Israel and Colombia versus Panama are at 12. Brazil and Great Britain, both 0-3 and 0-2. A lot of these teams that have been getting beat up on are going to be playing tomorrow in the early slate. And then Cuba versus Puerto Rico is going to be electric.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Venezuela versus Nicaragua. Venezuela is always fun to watch. And then Mexico versus USA. Mexico still has yet to lose a game. They're 1-0. So we will see. Does Mexico actually?
They play today?
They played today. They beat Brazil. Oh no, they wait, did they not play yet?
That'll be a good test
8
because I feel like
p.m. That's today. Yeah, Mexico versus Brazil is today.
that'll be a good one too. Oh, but dude, yeah, Brazil's got the two. Manny Ramirez is like that was cool because I had no prior knowledge to Brazil before that game, and then when you hear the last name Contreras, my first thought is it? And then you're like, they talk like, oh my god, yeah, and then Manny's son, like that's special, like to have young guys, and they performed so well too. Did he hit 2 home runs right against us? Yeah, and then last night I didn't see the end of the game, but was there one guy that had like all 3 of their hits for most of the game? Was it like Eaton or something?
For Brazil?
No, for who'd we play yesterday?
Yesterday.
Who was it?
Yesterday we played Great Britain.
I can't
9-1 we won.
Yeah. Who I think it was like this guy Eaton. He was like he had the leadoff homer against first pitch from Screwball. What'd you guys think of that? That I kind of like that. It's like sort of sinister. Obviously I wanted Screwball to do well because he's pitching for USA, but I hate the fact that he was like, 55 pitches and then I'm out. Don't know if it was him. It was probably the Tigers.
I was gonna say that's probably not him though.
Absolutely, but I did like to see. I liked the first pitch homer. It was
So you guys haven't heard? He said he's sticking around.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
did.
They said he can, right?
He said he's sticking around. He said we might have one more start from Scooble. We still haven't confirmed it on when that might happen or whatever. But I love the fact that first pitch home run off of him was insane and electric, and I think that might have made him like, maybe I'll stick around. This competition is a little more serious than I thought,
And then the next inning it was like 1, 2, 3 for him.
Yeah, he locked in. Yeah.
Who's pitching tomorrow? Do we know when Skeens get to go? I can't wait.
Skeens will be in the semifinal.
Oh, so he's.
I think he's tomorrow in the semifinal because there needs to be 6 days rest before. In the semi, I think the max pitches is like 70, 75.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on how many pitches they throw, they need a certain amount of days of rest. It's like per the rules.
That makes sense. I'm excited. Dude,
Absolutely.
Baseball's back, man. It's so back. How many days till opening day?
Opening day.
Not like
what
a couple of weeks? Are we down to
like
2 weeks?
I think it's 10 days.
10 days? That's it?
I think so, dude. Let me see. Day 1 is... bear with me. So game 1 is versus Miami April 3rd. No, San Francisco, the away game, March 25th. Where are we at? The 8th?
Sure.
So yeah, you do the math. Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks basically. I can't wait.
That's so exciting, dude. I did want to ask you guys. So there's the WBC. There's also spring training going on at the same time. Even today, Spencer Jones had an RBI single, but he drove in Lombard, who had a triple, an RBI triple, I believe, off the wall. What are your guys' thoughts? Lombard and Spencer Jones just seemingly keep producing. Are there any thoughts they could see the MLB
I just wanted to note, I think the triple for Lombard was off of Freddie Peralta. Just putting that out there as well.
It was. It was. So, I mean, are they going to see the MLB this year? Is it earlier? Is it later?
I think
I don't know. It's tough
if
with the
there's
roster spots.
I think if there's injuries, yes. I think there's a chance, like if they are performing really well, like most of the season, the minors may be a later season call up, and I get it. Like I'm one of the people that's excited and wants to see them up and like see what they can do, but I also understand that that's not always the best idea. I think there's a chance. I think one of Lombard Jones. I think most likely we get Lagrange or Lagrange. Not sure. I really do need to.
Lagrange.
Yeah, Lagrange. I think we definitely see him at some point because pitching is pitching. But Lombard Jones, dude, I want to. I just don't know if there's a spot that really makes sense for them. I don't know.
So the issue is, right? We have Grisham, Bellinger, and Judge in the outfield. Then, as a fourth outfielder, right, we could bring up one of these guys, or they can stay as the fourth outfielder. We either start Dominguez down in AAA, bring up Jones as a fourth outfielder, and spot him in the DH, or give a day rest to one of the outfielders, kind of like what we did with Dominguez last year. He got over 300 plate appearances last year and played in over 100 games. So the issue that seems to be going around is that productive to his career? Or is he better off in AAA getting full reps, playing 140 something games instead of 130 or 100 games? And the same thing with Spencer Jones. And I think the Yankees are like kind of renowned for bringing guys up who we have blown up as these amazing prospects. And then they just don't perform for that 2-month span that they're up in the big leagues. And their value tanks. And I think there might be a fear that that's something that'll happen with Spencer Jones, that if he comes up, his value might tank because he just wouldn't be able to keep up those same numbers that they have in the minors. So Lombard, I think, is still a ways away. Lombard is 20 years old. He hasn't even hit in AAA yet. He half the season he had in AA, and those numbers dropped to like a batting average of like 190.
That wasn't great.
Defensively, we've seen some amazing plays by Lombard this year.
He's so good defensively.
But I do think that he needs to, like, we don't want to rush him the way we rushed Anthony Volpe.
Mm-hmm.
We brought Volpe up, expecting him to be this big thing, and he defensively suffered, offensively suffered, injured his shoulder, and now on year 4, we don't know if he should even be our starting shortstop. So going forward, I don't want to do what we did then, where we bring up a 20-year-old, put him in a major league position at an important defensive position at shortstop, and then put a lot of pressure on him to be the greatest Yankee catcher since Derek Jeter. You know, like that's always going to be what the media push. And then when the kid fails, it becomes an issue. So I think let the kid grow, let the kid get comfortable in the minors, let him get into AAA. Maybe bring him up for a spring call up. You know, let him have a little fun in September for us. September call up. But I personally would have Jason Dominguez as our fourth outfielder. If something were to happen, knock on wood, to Stanton, Dominguez is there. He's had a great spring training. Even today, I think he had like 2 RBIs. And Jones, it's better to have options than to not have options, and it seems like that's the case with our pitching, with our outfield, and they always seem to figure themselves out. So I'm not too worried about where Jason Dominguez or Spencer Jones will be. I just know that there will be a place for at least one of them.
So let me ask you. So I completely agree. Lombard is super young, and he still has time. When it comes to Spencer Jones or Dominguez, we also have Grichuk that we just signed.
And Waldo. I keep forgetting about Waldo.
Yeah, he should be back at some point. I think Grichuk seems like he's going to be our like fourth outfielder, maybe like lefty platoon.
See, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like
that. It does seem like he's going to take at bats away, though, or the opportunity away from Dominguez or Jones. So do you think with them at this point, Judge and Bellinger are going to be there long term, so there's really only one spot for them. If you want to say DH, fine, but do you think then we should trade one of them if we're afraid to bring them up and give them a little bit of play? Do you think we should just, at least one of them, trade them while they're valued high?
I absolutely do. I think Spencer Jones has been with the Yankees for a long time, and he hasn't really had a shot because our outfield has always been fully loaded. Even when we had Alex Verdugo playing left field, it just so happened that he wasn't doing too well at the time. So it's one of those things that, like, when he's doing well, so is our outfield. And the year we had last year, the way that Dominguez, the way that Bellinger, Grisham, and Judge were playing, there was no real space for Dominguez to even have a shot out there, and you wouldn't want that because they were playing so well. I personally think we, like Cap said to me the other day, we already have a tall, powerful batter. We have Aaron Judge, and to get another high strikeout rate guy in this lineup, it doesn't balance out the lineup, right? Like a name that was always thrown around is Luis Ariz. We need a Stephen Kwan, or we need someone with a higher batting average, which I understand for the team that we have, because we have power. We have guys that strike out and hit homers, but we don't really have that high batting average player. Puts the ball in play, gets singles, the true leadoff hitter. And I don't see Spencer Jones being that. I don't see Jason Dominguez being that. I personally would like Dominguez to be our fourth outfielder. I think 100 games, 110 games a year is enough for him to develop as a player. At a major league level, 100 games is more than enough to develop as a player, even with rest days here and there. And Spencer Jones, I think, could be elite trade bait. I think Washington want the guy, but Brian Cashman, he either holds on to guys too close or he brings them up too early. And it's, one of the Esteban Florial kind of things where they lose all value. They get Rule 5 and nobody even picks them up, so they end up back with the Yankees. But yeah, I think Dominguez, I don't want Dominguez to go anywhere. I think there's a lot of potential in that kid. And with Grisham's 1-year contract, I don't see the Yankees bringing him back long term. I think the only reason they offered him that $22 million was because it was a 1-year contract and he had such a good year that even if he plays a little less productively than he did last year, he'll be worth every penny of that $22 million. Look at what guys are making. Look at what Tucker's making, 60 mil, 61 mil. Bo Bichette making 40-something mil a year. 22 is nothing with this market. And in the future, I think Dominguez will be our either center fielder or left fielder.
Yeah, it's crazy to think too, like, just to like those points. If Grisham doesn't have his career year last year, Dominguez probably, because Dominguez was like a good hitter, and like I know he was pretty bad defensively, but I think that when you look at his stats, like it's like what, like a 750 OPS, like he was like a league average hitter, like for a 20-something-year-old, that's pretty impressive. If Grisham doesn't have his career year, I think that Dominguez probably gets a ton more reps than he did. And I think that we don't even offer Grisham that qualifying offer. So like it's crazy that there's a lot of pressure on Trent Grisham this year. I genuinely think that. Like I know, and
struggling in the spring.
I know he looks really bad, dude. Like I think he just got like his second hit of spring training. He's bad. It's atrocious. But like you said, dude, if he even just performs slightly under what he did last year, that's perfect. Last year was just such an anomaly, and like me and Connor have beaten this like what's this? I almost just said dead horse. Yeah,
that's what
it is. Beating a dead horse. Like,
I didn't want to say anything out of pocket there. It's like beating a dead horse with us. Grisham is like we need him to do what he did last year, or close to, because it's scary knowing what he was when we traded for him in that Soto deal. He was just a defensive specialist. Like he was a good plug-in guy as like a sub, a fourth outfielder.
Yeah, bench player.
Nothing really offensively. Yeah. And then he comes out and he hits 30 bombs and he's incredible and like great leadoff guy. And then the playoffs, he falls off a cliff. Spring training doesn't look good. He's my guy to worry about this year. And I don't know. I think a lot of our offensive production, like part of the reason last year we were one of the best teams offensively. Trent Grisham hit 30-something bombs.
34 home runs. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. So if we don't get close to that, I mean, who knows what it looks like?
Well, it's a walk year for Trent. It's a walk year for Jazz. I
True.
think they're feeling the pressure, but whether they're Yankee players, and they might not have shown up in the playoffs last year, but they have shown up in big moments and in big games under bright lights in Yankee Stadium with the pinstripes on. So I do see them stepping up again this year. I think to your point too is like Jason Dominguez. I keep bringing up. He had 100-something games last year. He wouldn't have had those 100-something games if Giancarlo didn't miss the first half of the season.
True.
Yeah.
The Yankees had the ability to plug him into DH or to plug him into left field and put Bellinger at DH or Grisham at DH. As much as I hate to admit it, as much as I love Giancarlo Stanton, him being healthy is great, fantastic, but it limits our DH, our maneuverability of that outfield because he will be our DH. Unless we somehow magically get him to play right field again, I don't see anyone filling that DH role unless it's a day off for Stanton. That will limit them at all. But guys, I appreciate you all both. You both look great today. Thank you for playing Name That Yank. I am going to hop out of here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
Absolute pleasure. We'll have you on again. We can't wait to hop on your show once you get it started.
Sounds good, guys.
Peace out. Have a great day, brother.
Peace.
Awesome appearance from Mr. Name That Yank. And I do want to say I was just going to make that point because he's a huge Stanton fan. So I'm glad that even because we just talked about that last pod, Stanton's the biggest blessing and he's a big blessing and a curse because when he's healthy, he's the greatest DH in the game. But when he's hurt, it's it's just tough. Or even when he is healthy, he's incredible, but there's so many different variations you can't do because he needs to be on the roster for his bat. But
yeah, I feel like I said this last time, but before last year, how great he was, I was on the boat of he really needs to go just because he's just a clog. On the roster, but when he's healthy, it's
one of the best hitters in the game, literally.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the StatCast, the hardest, the highest exit velos, it's all just Stanton for the most part.
And what was it? It was 24. We said it last time too. 24 homers in 77 games or something. In 162 game span, that's 50 plus.
It was one for every 3 games or something like that.
He's such a freak. I really hope we get as much of a healthy Stanton season as we possibly can.
Yeah, we'll see him and Grisham. I feel are the biggest question marks for the most part.
Dude, I think do you have a LinkedIn profile?
Yeah.
I think you need to take a selfie before you take all that off and make this your profile picture because dude, it genuinely looks like you're getting drafted to the New York Yankees.
I feel like I was just drafted.
What position? What position would you play?
I would love to be a third baseman.
Nice. So you take McNair's spot.
I would get him out of here. And I'm a righty, so I would fit the lineup well. Unfortunately, I feel I'm not that fast. The hitting at this point probably isn't there, and probably neither is the fielding because I haven't played in a while.
Yeah, do you remember that trip we took recently to Syracuse where you were trying to hit a big sign with snowballs and it took you about 374 snowballs to hit the sign that was about 24 feet away? Do you remember that?
I don't. My memory's fuzzy. That's another thing.
That's another reason you can't be a pro.
Ideally, if we're going back to my prime, and I'm talking 5th grade, 6th grade Yankees, I do think talent-wise, I do stack up, to Ryan McMahon and those guys. So, I made our local all-star team, and it's whatever, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was one of those guys, but
Absolutely.
unfortunately, I'm out of my prime. So what are you gonna do?
No, I totally agree that your 10-year-old talents were equivalent to him. No, yeah, I'm not even gonna dig into it. Absolutely. And yeah, like I just didn't even I wanted to say that I just think you should take a selfie and use it because it's an incredible look currently. I really do like it.
Listen, I felt good. Originally, I had just a navy jacket on, um, and this does feel more appropriate for the pod.
Yeah, another shout out to Mr. Name That Yank. That was a great recommendation right there.
Yes, and you almost pranked me. You were going no suit.
Here's what I'll
You had a
say.
blazer on, and you look great.
Thank you.
But I was almost pissed.
Here's what I'll say to that is that a bit of a crazy errand day. I was rushing. I wanted to make sure things were going smoothly for the pod. Is that on me? Absolutely. But I just wanted to say that it wasn't a prank. I didn't mean to do it. I would have loved to get all dressed up with you there, but yeah, you can't win them all, you know.
You honestly, though, I mean, you look great. So,
Yeah, it's crazy. Throwing a blazer on with a white tee can really do it. And congratulations to you, by the way. You won the trivia game.
I will say though, that was all rock paper scissors.
Yeah.
Easy trivia questions, which I think we were both nervous and we voiced that. So I think
No,
he went a little easy on us.
absolutely, and kudos because it would have been embarrassing because even a slight increase in difficulty, it would have been embarrassing. And again, and I don't like that antagonization from you, not giving me. You gave me 2 seconds to think about it.
You
And
should have got it right away. To be fair,
well, listen. As soon as he said in the booth, I immediately went to Paul O'Neill. But I just wanted to be sure. And then you came at me with the kick that he kicked it in. He kicked it in. I don't even know what that means when I'm not able to think about it for a second. So I just want to say for future reference, you better watch yourself, pal.
Okay, I apologize. That's a. I feel like I don't know if it's on Instagram, but I feel like I've seen that highlight like a million times. So
It is a classic. No, you're right.
yeah, and the Reds. Yeah, I mean everything. But
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But no, that was a great trivia. That was awesome.
Yeah, and I definitely think like whether it's having him on again to talk ball or if he's starting a show, that'll be kind of similar.
Mhm.
Going on a little more like production, getting buzzers, or
Oh, absolutely.
I'm excited. I think
Running
that'll
a
be
little,
fun. That was a nice little teaser.
that was fun. Running a little 2v2 against another like podcast group, that'd be sick.
That's incredible.
Yeah, but
I would love
it is a little scary because we were talking before starting the pod, like before the pod today, and he mentioned Yankees files, like he's got a do over there. They're pretty knowledgeable, so we'd really have to A, be on our A game, or B, be prepared to like get humiliated a little bit. But no, that was sick.
Mm.
Do you want to play that the frequency game, the number game? I feel
Yeah,
like we were going to last pod, and then your Wi-Fi. Actually, I don't want to point fingers. I think it was yours, but I don't want to point.
it's probably mine.
But the connection just got bad, and we weren't able to. But yeah, let's. I'm nervous because I believe we're currently like, are we still 6 for 6 or is it 8 for 8?
I think it's 6 for 6.
I think we're going 8 for 8. I'm gonna close my eyes. You give the number.
Okay. Wait, no. Okay, you go.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you. We'll do 3 each. We'll keep it strict. I'm gonna ask you to give me a Yankee first baseman ever of all time.
I'm gonna say Jason Nix.
That feels pretty horrendous. That's bottom 3. Jason Nix. That's giving 1 or 2. My next question's going to be. Well, yeah, I was just gonna ask a question, but I feel like if I'm thinking it's low, that'd be a tough one to answer. How about just give me a second baseman in the league today? Any second baseman, any team.
This is tough because I feel like, outside of the Yankees, the ones that I know
Are good.
are generally good. Not to spoil anything. Um,
Do you want me? Is there a better position you think you could do?
give me 1 second. I have like a team in mind. Let me just see what his name is.
Yeah, do a little research. We don't want to ruin our perfect record here.
That's what I just. Okay. I won't ruin it. I'll go back afterwards, but that was crazy what I just saw.
What are you looking up over there?
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. I'll go with former Yankee, and I'll say Tyro Estrada.
Okay. He's. Do you have any?
He's
Do
on
you have
the
like?
Rockies now.
Do you like have his stats pulled up by chance?
I didn't. I just saw the name, and I said, that's the guy.
Okay, I'm not gonna look at the stats. I feel like he's horrendous. It's really giving one. It's tough. The difference between 1 and 2 could be tough. I'm gonna say I'm sitting at 1 right now. So take that into account with this next answer. My final question will be: give me like a place to sit at the stadium. You can kind of even describe it because I'm not really familiar with the sections, but like where would you be? Describe your view of the game. And you can even incorporate the atmosphere, like the type of people you're around, to give me a little idea.
Okay, I'll say. Let's say you're in the bleacher seats.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. No back, so it's a little uncomfortable over a long game,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes into extra innings.
Okay.
But the view's nice, but you're surrounded by some tall individuals from the opposing team.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But overall, in general, you're still, sitting right field. You know, maybe you get a sneak peek of Aaron Judge or a peek of Aaron Judge, and you just see that glorious man in right field. But in general, the other team is standing up a lot, and they are tall, and it's uncomfortable. It's a long game, and you know what? It's pretty sunny, and there's no cover.
Okay, definitely not a 1. I was bouncing between like 2 and 3. God, the sun's tough. I'm gonna lock in a 2.
That's correct.
Let's go, dude. It's so scary. That could have easily been a 3.
Well, I know, but the other answers I gave I feel like were pretty clearly a 1.
No, absolutely. So yeah,
I was trying. It was top 1 and 2. Yeah.
It's scary. No, good stuff. Oh my God, we're so good at this, dude.
It really is. What a connection we have. I'll close my eyes, and I trust you to do whatever. So
sounds good. Wait. All right, I'm ready.
All right, let's go. I need to ask you a question. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. We're in. This might be too specific of a question. Never mind. I'm gonna pivot.
I kind of like it. I
don't even know what I was gonna say.
I can't say I like it.
Okay. You're at the Yankee game, and
sorry.
What just flopped on the table?
Don't worry about it. Continue.
Okay. You need to chill out with that. Okay, we're in Little League, right? What?
I'm just waiting. I'm sorry.
We're in Little League. Okay. You just got a double.
Mm-hmm.
You're on second. You need someone to score to hit you in. There's 2 outs. This is to tie the game.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you want up based on our Yankees roster?
Like our
Little League
okay.
Yankees team.
I'm gonna say and it's excluding myself.
Yeah, you're on second.
Okay. I'm gonna say Brendan Ryan.
I mean, super solid contact guy. He was our leadoff, speedy, fast. I feel like he was good. He was pretty good for my recollection. Based on your face, I don't know. Um, Based on that, I would think like a 7 or like 8, somewhere in there. Yeah. Okay, that's where I am. Kind of like upper, not 9 or 10, but like that 7, 8 range. I don't think 6 or lower. Maybe 6, depending on how you think of him, but definitely 6 to 8. Okay. Um, I'm gonna say World Baseball Classic team.
Ooh, let me just pull them up really quick.
And I might need to as well. 'Cause I feel like I asked that. Not going to be the most positive, but
And it's tough because I don't really know all of their records either. Teams and records. Let's see, standings and team rankings. I'm gonna say Chinese Taipei.
Chinese Taipei. Okay. Okay. They just had an extra inning win over Korea. They're very good at Little League.
They're amazing at Little League, and I don't know where the disconnect is.
To be honest, a little shocking. That makes me think it's lower.
They're currently 2-2.
Yeah, that makes me lean more 6. They just got a walk-off win. Brendan Ryan is. I was 7, 7, 8. So I think you're trying to lower it. So I'm going to 6. I don't think Brendan Ryan would be a 5. So I'm sitting 6 now.
Okay.
So you just know that. Let me say. I'll say Holiday.
A
And
Holiday?
maybe you can. Holiday, and you can maybe paint me a little picture.
Okay. Yeah, let me think about this. Give me a second 'cause I need to lock in.
You lock in, brother.
I'm gonna say Memorial Day. Your day basically is like you're excited, you're off from work, nothing really going on. Maybe you get a little barbecue going. It's a pretty decent day out, and yeah, maybe a couple brews.
Okay, I'm really feeling 6. Because I mean, just having the day off and barbecuing, I feel like that has to be above a 5. But you really didn't seem enthusiastic, so I think I'm sticking at a 6. Um, to me, that's a beautiful day, for the record.
Yeah, ain't no complaints there. Is that your final answer?
My final answer is a 6.
That is correct.
Let's go. You have me nervous there.
Yeah, and listen, I don't mean to you're actually right, because thinking back, like our Yankee roster, well, here's the thing, right? And listen, if any of our viewers were on our Little League team, we reference you a lot. It's gonna continue to happen. Yeah, and listen, I'm kind of with you. That's why I had to bring you down. I do think Brendan Ryan was more of like a 7, 8. It's just tough because I think like I think that there's like maybe 3 kids I could have said that would have given you like an 8 or 9. And then then I feel like respectfully there's a huge drop off to where then I'm saying a name and you're going to be at like a 4. So like
Yeah.
my thought was kind of like And like you said, like yeah, Brendan was good. He was.
He was our leadoff hitter. He was good.
He was good. So I did have to bring you down there. You played well right there though. That was good.
Thank you. Yeah, shout out Brendan Ryan, I guess.
Shout out Brendan Ryan. I believe he's serving our country at the moment.
Respect, brother.
Respect. Hope things go well now. You know, I feel like things are getting a little dicey, so hopefully he stays safe. Yeah. Great league player.
Yeah.
Real quick before I ask you for your song, we both watched a UFC fight last night. It was Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira.
I don't want to fucking talk about this, to be honest.
I just want to touch on it real quick. I have one thing to say.
Yeah.
I want to say that if you were rooting for Max Holloway, you bet on him. If you're from US and you're watching the fight, I understand that was probably one of the worst fights to ever watch in your entire life. But what I will say is that I had $7 on Oliveira to win like $15, so nothing crazy. But I was rooting for him, and to root for a guy that dominates a match or a fight that long, I'm kind of becoming a bit more of a fan of UFC. I've seen quite a bit of fights. I haven't seen one that lopsided, I don't think, especially like the main card. That was pretty crazy to see. And Max Holloway is like a demon, so that was a weird one, I feel like.
Max Holloway's a demon, and he's not the worst like wrestler, but Charles Oliveira is like a legendary jiu-jitsu, like one of the greatest of all time. And there's just levels to it. And I think that they are similar height, but Charles has been a lightweight for a long time. At this point, they fought a while ago at featherweight, like when they were both young. And Max stayed there, and Charles Oliveira went up in weight, and he became the legend that he is. So I don't. He just seems stronger and bigger. And yeah, it really didn't feel like Max had a shot, dude.
No.
And even on the feet, Charles Oliveira is good on the feet too.
Yeah, he looked good pretty much the whole time. Oliveira's like a snake. He would just wrap up like vines. Like I feel like I'm picturing like an animated movie where vines just like, or no, you know what it's like? It's like in Spider-Man when the Venom takes over. Like Oliveira, the way he was moving his limbs, and just I feel like Max Holloway was like sinking. Yeah, he's a freak, dude. That was a crazy fight. A lot of people hated it. I saw on Facebook today, like 3 people that I know were like, that was horrible. But like, what are you gonna do?
The thing is, I feel like the BMF belt is tricky because it's also like kind of stuck to one weight class. And also like I feel like when people think of BMF, you think of like boxing and more like throwing down. But I mean, he dominated the entire fight, Oliveira. So is that not a BMF? So I don't know. The whole belt thing's kind of dumb, in my opinion. The BMF. Yeah, and I saw Mighty Mouse say this. The legendary Demetrius Johnson. But I feel like almost if you want to do that, make it more gimmicky and like do like in the contract you need to stick to boxing or like I don't know. It's just tough because I feel like Max still is obviously a BMF, but any wrestler is going to beat him. And really any boxer that you think of that would be like a BMF, like a Gaethje or Poirier or whatever, not that they're going to go for it. They already went against Max and Max beat them, but just someone of like that nature, they're gonna lose to Oliveira. He's just gonna like wrestle fuck them the whole fight.
And BMF means baby mama fever?
Yes, baby mama fever.
No, what does it actually mean? I'm a casual.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Wait, let me think about what it could mean. BMF. A bantam? No, I don't know.
Bad motherfucker.
Oh.
The UFC didn't have enough belts.
Dude, I thought they were just they kept saying that last night, and I was like, my thought, like, I was just like, why is Joe Rogan obsessed with saying bad motherfucker? I literally thought, like, oh,
No, literally, they did not have enough belts. Really, I feel like they just tried to make another one, so it was like another like big card you could put this on, like on the line.
that is
But
gimmicky.
it's not a real belt. Not really. It's more like a gimmicky thing that they started. That, I mean, did produce some crazy fights. But I feel like now that like a jiu-jitsu wrestler has it, it's kind of like,
Yeah, like you want to see guys like bleeding and almost dead at the end of a BMF match.
exact. And also, it's weird because like Max fought Taporia for the actual you know championship belt, but didn't have the BMF belt on the line with it. So he lost. He got knocked out by Ilya, but it doesn't. But he still had the BMF belt. So like, are you really the baddest motherfucker if you were knocked out by someone? I don't know. Honestly, it's pretty dumb.
Yeah, that seems interesting. I literally thought you were trolling me for a second, but then I realized you answered very fast, and I was like, oh, that is it.
Yeah.
Wow, BMF.
Yeah, pretty dumb, to be honest.
That is crazy.
But
yeah. Wow.
I'm gonna take 1 second. You can hear this, right?
No.
That's good.
Are you getting your song ready?
There's like, I'm trying to go through. There's like 20, I could say, for this album, and that's because there's 22 songs, and they're all incredible.
Is this
I'm
Mac?
gonna. This is not Mac Miller. I'm going MF Doom, Mad Villainy, iconic, classic. If you don't think it's a classic, you have terrible opinions and taste. And really, I could say any song on this album. And this is known, so that's not like a hot take or anything. But, I'm looking like Accordion, Meat Grinder, Curls, Operation Lifesaver, Figaro, which might be my favorite. Fancy Clown, all caps. One of the best albums of all time. I'm going to go all caps.
All caps, MF Doom.
I'll say that, but really just listen to the entire album. I could have said Fancy Clown. I could have said Figaro. Could have said Curls, Meat Grinder. Just listen to the album. But the one that I'll add to the playlist, whenever I eventually make that, will be all caps.
Yeah, so go tune into that playlist whenever it'll be created. It'll be with Connor's webcam.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? This was a fun pod. This really was.
It was. I feel like it flew by, an hour and 8 minutes already.
Yeah, that was. I looked up. I saw like 40 minutes. I was like, damn. But, that was a fun one. We definitely got to plan more stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel more guests. Guess that maybe we can do like different games or whatnot. Because I do feel like during the season we're gonna love talking about like each series, and we can actually dive into the games and get into like specifics. But we do really enjoy playing the different like Yankees related games, and bringing a guest on for that, I feel like is like that's perfect. So
it's fire. Real quick, let me think. How many? So we had my brother Java, Brent, Jacob, and now Mr. Name the Yank. Is that 5 total guests? Did I miss anyone?
I think that's it.
All right, 5 guests. That's pretty good. And I think our next one will be Clay, our friend.
Are we bringing Clay on?
I think we should. We definitely need to plan something to do, and I think we need to use his strengths. In regards to Yankee fandom, I'm not sure what his strengths are quite yet. But I think even like maybe if we were to do something, not even trivia related, but just like questions we could ask him, like it could almost be like we're gauging how much of a Yankee fan he is. Like sort of deal? Like 1 through 100, where does he rank on like the passion?
Hmm.
I don't know. We could try something like that.
I also think, our friend group likes to gamble sometimes. Throw some bets on the game. If we
Mhm.
found a way to incorporate that, even like prep them with like over under like this happening or whatever, and just see what his answers are and see what happens, or
I
I don't know,
kind of like that a lot.
something.
Yeah, no,
We'll see.
we have him take like overs or unders, and then we see at the end of the season how he did. We'll keep him like locked up somewhere.
Yeah, even
Then
if
we
that's
got,
just like at the end of him being on doing that, and then he'll come on a second time and we'll like review how he did.
absolutely, I like that a lot. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Beautiful weather. Finally,
Unbelievable. It's like 70 degrees out. It is gorgeous, man.
I exchanged propane tanks, so we're ready to go. I got some burgers. And I some tweez. I'm so excited, dude.
Last year, I was at your house when the Yankees hit that insane game, wasn't I? It was like the
Oh
game
my
where they
god.
9 homers. We literally put the game on. We were on the deck. It was nice weather, and then who led the game off? It was like a Goldie homer, Belly homer, Judge homer, like right off the bat. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, we were doing like a we said this before, not realizing because how often do people have to get home runs? We
Yeah,
were like a drink per home run, and then they start off with three straight.
it was unbelievable. And then like Wells hit another one later that inning.
Yeah, yeah, and again, the score was like 19 to something. It was like ridiculous. Um,
Great game to watch, though.
Great game. Having that on the deck was great. Yeah, I'm excited to do more of that.
Absolutely.
I'm
Yeah.
excited, dude.
And listen, if you haven't yet, go get your Shamrock Shakes now at your local McDonald's.
Yeah,
Best thing ever. Yeah,
Katie's obsessed with those, dude.
so good. They're so good. I think last year I maybe had one. I don't even know if I got to have one, but this year I got one early, and I plan on getting like maybe 2 or 3 more. So,
Yeah,
but,
go get them.
and we're not sponsored by McDonald's, but McDonald's, if you're listening to this,
Shout out.
I know you just came out with the Big Arch burger. Connor could definitely advocate for a Big Arch. So yeah, if you want to reach out to us, then we would definitely be willing to do business with you. And both of our big arches could kind of line up there. So thank you so much, everyone. It's a pleasure. It was a great pod. Thank you, Mr. Name That Yank, for coming on today. And yeah, Connor, any last thoughts?
No, you shut my brain off. I don't even know what that really meant, to be honest.
Thank you so much, everyone. Tune in next time. Subscribe, like, comment. See ya.